Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth Uncharted podcast. I'm Tim.
And I'm the creator 00.
Today we have a very special guest. He's one of the largest Uncharted streamers. He is Raptor-A4. Welcome, Raptor.
Hi, what's up? Raptor-A4, yeah, you can call me that. You just don't
How do you say
put
it?
the X's.
No
You know
X.
that? Yeah. Just call me like Avidraptor as my Twitch channel is, because otherwise you put the
Avidraptor. All right.
otherwise it's XX dash Raptor dash A4 dash XX, which
XX.
is more cringy than anything.
The
But
X's
yeah,
are quality. All right. So our first question is, how did you get into the Uncharted series?
um, so you mean like all the game franchise in general, since like the first
Yeah.
Uncharted?
Yep.
Well, essentially, I was pretty young, right, when the PS3 came out, and the first game was Drake's Fortune, right? And my dad got it for his, I guess, one of the first games, right? But I played, I think Ratchet and Clank and like all the games was more of a PC gamer back then, so I was like, yeah, this doesn't look very appealing to me, right? So I didn't really pick up on it. I think I played a couple of missions with my dad, but in general, I didn't complete it by myself at all. But it was pretty interesting as a game. I think I just didn't like it. The graphics were off and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then Uncharted 2 hit later, like when I was later in school years. I think I was vacation in the beginning. So I was really bored one night. I was like, I have nothing to play, so I'm a pretty shit connection because we had like a really bad connection back then. So I just found like Uncharted 2. I'm just like, this game has multiplayer, I think. So I started playing it. Right, took me like 15 minutes to connect to the multiplayer, but and we had a terrible connection as I said earlier. So I used to white plug maybe like 30 times a match, maybe even more. Or not even white plug, didn't have that. You were just like freezing in place.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. So I get into that. I started playing some multiplayer. Did really bad, and obviously I was lagging like a fucker, but I enjoyed the game a lot. So I just kept playing it, right? And it was like in really early when the game came out, like just after the beta, like yeah, day one pretty much. So I started getting good at it. I mean, good. I was not really a known player on that community. I didn't really care. I was like 12, 14, 14, I think. I was just playing for fun. Yes, I really enjoyed the game, even if I lagged the really bad stats and stuff. I just played it pretty much every day until the patch like 1.04 or 1.05, I think. The health patch that made it, yeah. Uncharted has always been laggy, but at that point, it just felt like if I die in 4 shots or 6 shots by an AK instantly, by down the irons or situational awareness, I just feel like nah. So I
Uh-huh.
pretty much
Yeah.
left the game. I played it from time to time, but not as much as like the competitive community, because the competitive community, I think they all pretty much played after that patch, right? So they just feel more that was really fun. So between Uncharted 2 and 3, I went back to PC. I think I played some MOBAs here, some New Earth, Dota 2, Counter Strike, etc. But then Uncharted 3 hit like the first summer beta. That was really fun. I love that. I played it pretty much every single day until for the entire time I was out. But yeah, then that ended. We waited for the Subway beta. I was like, yeah, this is a bit weird. This is a bit weird. Then the full game came out. I really enjoyed the multiplayer aspect. I didn't like power plays or kickbacks.
Oh no,
Most of the stuff,
dude. The
most of the
worst
stuff
part.
everyone hated.
Yeah.
Everything people hate. I didn't like that. So I strict more free for all and 3 team deathmatch, right? And then I read a forum post by Squid, like X Squid, you know who he is.
Hmm.
And he was like, I want to get the competitive community going, like doing scrims and stuff. I was like, yeah, sure. And the Frag Nation happened. I just decided to make any kind of clan raid to get anyone into it. So my entire mindset for pretty much the entirety of Charter 3's competitive was just to get more players into the community. So some people may know MVP was my clan, most valuable players, which had probably the most members out of any clan in Uncharted history, mostly because we had like even 100 members from at one point. I think
What the
we even had
heck?
to we even had to make 2 clans, and that was going kind of well, like a certain way. I was doing pretty good most of the time, but we changed players all the time. It was just like for fun, pretty much. The competitive setting, scrims. But we got pretty far in the first tournament, the Steel Series one. We got to the semifinals, then we lost to OMG. We beat them. I think we lost 3-2 or 3-1. We won a plunder on Ash Rip, I remember that. And they lost to get positive in the end.
Yeah, I
But
remember that.
and then it's we became beat Art in like 3 tournaments in the first 3 ones, like Steel Series, another one. There was a playoffs tournament, I think, as well. But I think after I won the Steel Series tournament, I think I took a break for about like 6, 7 months. I came back, like the clan was still there, people were still playing. I try to get a better clan or better clan, not better, but like I'd have played more serious. But at
Yeah.
that point, I just felt like, nah, this is not gonna suit me. I gotta focus on school. I gotta do studies and stuff. So I stuck around for the Kilevra tournament, which was with Baltic, Macy, uh, Masi, like Fukihila Jasmine, and who else was in that clan? I'm not really sure, but I was also in the clan on TS with Sora for a while, with Incubus and etc. But those are memories we don't really remember. So in the Clever tournament, we got essentially what happened is that I wasn't in it, right? We got to the semifinal, not the quarterfinals or the semis, I forgot. But we were playing against Phoenix, right? And unfortunately, the same day, my clan, without telling me, or two of them decided to go on play on alternate accounts, like for a German team. And I was like, these guys are pretty good when I'm watching like Triple lose to them. I'm like, what? And then Triple Break, I think he called Sony or someone, and they checked the IPs, and they all trace back to people in our team. But
What?
the thing about that is that we played them Phoenix the same day and beat them, right? But unfortunately, because I was not aware of this or anything, Squid just talked with me the next day, like, you can't do this. You have to replay the match and replace these two players. So we replaced them, of course, and we lost. But and apparently Phoenix also had a player on playing on alternate accounts, which was pretty funny. And we're pretty sure that another player played on another player's account. But regardless, it's pointless now. But we lost it, and I'm not sure. I think Dead won the tournament. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
I
regardless of
think so.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So pretty much after that, when UMG came up, like I quit right before UMG became popular. So it's not much more to say about that. UMG players were different. Community day was different. I wasn't involved. I was focused on my real life.
Uh-huh. Oh,
And
yep.
then yeah, finally Uncharted 4, right?
Yep. And now we know your story
Yeah,
with
essentially.
Twitch and whatnot. So which Uncharted multiplayer did you like the best?
Well, the one I like the most, multiplayer wise, would be Uncharted 3 without the kickbacks, like the competitive environment, is team objectives, plunder. But in a general sense, objectively, the best game is Uncharted 2 pre 1.05, which was like the beginning of the game. It was pure bare bones and everything. But I'd still say Uncharted 3 is my favorite one, but Uncharted 2 multiplayer before the patch is the best one.
It's a classic.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, Uncharted 4 competitive, I played in the beginning with Get Positive, Lock On, Nitro, Naruto Doom, etc. We all changed teams a lot. The clan died pretty early. The games in competitive scene in general died pretty early. It's like my tournament was probably the biggest one we had for like the global scene. So
For Uncharted 4, yeah, that it died too early.
yeah,
But
because the game is just not very competitively friendly. It's too laggy. It lacks the kind of like involvement you would get. It lacks like game balance. Plunders, you can spawn kill people forever, indefinitely. Command is just, it just doesn't feel right, pretty much. It's like,
there's too many rules that you kind of have to like change the whole
everything is
all
a
the
lot of the
settings.
like the fundamentals, like psychics and mysticals and heavy weapons. They don't work in the game, so there's no
Yeah,
point to even try
exactly.
to make it work. Power weapons on the map, that should be a game feature in the beginning because it wasn't the previous one. Psychics should not be in the game in the first place. Mysticals, they are essentially kickbacks, so you could just remove them as well, which most people did for competitive. So the game just isn't very competitively oriented. And also the thing they did is like when you play multiplayer in Uncharted 4, you can white plug, right?
Uh,
But in private matches, they took away that. So whenever you get a white plug, everyone else freezes. So you essentially, if you're really laggy, it could be God mode, which made it really weird. Hit registration is fluky. Aim assist is really weird. It's just very inconsistent to play, really. It's like in Uncharted 3 was inconsistent too, but at least you always had consistent aim assist on people, and hit registration was usually there. Uncharted 4, nah, not really. Some people you would get triple headshots on, like aimbot, and some people you won't even lock onto. It's really fluky.
So you have become one of the largest Uncharted streamers, Raptor, as we all know. Can you tell us a little about your experience with that and how did you get into it?
Well, I'm very late to streaming. I said a lot of people started
Yeah,
like 2, 3 years ago,
yeah,
but I started like in the beginning I was just playing for fun, but then I realized
Mhm.
like, yeah, this is not fun. So I decided like, just stream it so other people can enjoy competitive, whatnot. I was really salty in the beginning. There was a lot of beef, a lot of drama, a lot
Yeah,
of shit going
always
on.
drama.
But Uncharted drama is always
Yeah.
what it is. A lot of Scrub Central stuff and a lot of competitive business, if you want to put it
Oh
like
yeah.
that. But after a while, I decided like,
Mhm.
yeah, this game is not competitive. It's not gonna live. It's not gonna grow. It's just gonna decline.
Yeah, die
So
the
I just decided,
quickest. Yep.
yeah, exactly. So I just decided that maybe I should focus on streaming instead.
Mhm.
I started like getting some bots up. I started interacting way more. I started like at least just playing the game, being good at it, pretty much just streaming, interacting, just
Yeah.
consistently doing so, being
Mhm.
on every day for like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours. And I just
Streaming a
try to
lot.
make the stream fun. Like people want to interact, they want to watch a good player play. I mean, naturally in a chart, a lot of people just want to watch good players play, right? Maybe not. There's not always a lot of viewer interaction,
Mhm.
but
Try hard
I
gameplay.
still, yeah, exactly. So I try to get stuff up, but eventually, it just I was really interactive. Like people thought I sounded like smart or something. They felt like I sounded like believable, that I know what I'm talking about, that I'm good at the game, I know what's wrong with the game, I know what could be done better, etc. Like I seem like
Mhm.
I'm competent in my area, and I guess people just wanted to watch that. And also, I can be pretty much anything on stream. I can be salty, angry, hyper,
Will that be your
weird,
true self?
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I could be my true self. I feel like a lot of people might not watch me because of me personally. Some
Mhm.
people just watch me because I'm good at the game. But obviously, I still feel like as my growth is some of both, really. And for a pretty long time, was the biggest consistent streamer for like 4 months, I think. I had like 100 plus viewers every day. It was pretty nice. But eventually, the game pretty much started dying out in that aspect too. Like a lot of viewers dropped out from the game completely. A lot of internal drama and stuff. So nowadays, I stream like maybe 2, 3 hours a day, and it's not
Mhm.
very into it, but I still feel like in the future I'll probably focus more on PC games and like more of that kind of stuff. Because Uncharted 4 is a game that we
Yeah.
all love to hate pretty much. So
Mhm.
Do you have any tips for other streamers?
I mean some people stream right, don't act like themselves. Some people just stream for like the sense of positivity, even if it's fake, right? So they just feel like a positive attitude is really good to have. But try to be yourself as much as you can, right? Let's try not to I'm trying to give this like feel to people that you are just saying this because you have to say it or just to keep a like fake atmosphere. I'd say be yourself. Try to provide the best quality and like change what you can change, affect what you can affect, like influence. Like if you can get better mic, well, if you have money, get a better mic. My mic's pretty shit right now, but I'll have another one. It's just currently out of order. But And also, if you could stream, if you have a good internet, well, stream in 60 FPS to the PlayStation app. If you don't have a capture card, stream on the PlayStation. Try to get 60 FPS going. Try to have if you have a good connection, you can pretty much stream with good quality all the time. Try to be consistent. Try to get it like stream like from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. every single day, right? People will be like, yeah, oh yeah, this guy is on this time. They will go there, like, sure, and just try to interact as much as you can. Talk with your viewers. If you don't talk with your viewers, well, they won't comment questions. They will not ask you anything. They will just sit there and watch pretty much. Just try to be as influential as you can, right? Get in there. If you want to stream, well, you gotta interact. You gotta have good quality. Like nobody wants to watch a Minecraft stream, like literally, and maybe not literally. I mean, like a blocky stream
Yeah,
of a bad player that only complains all the time. I complain a lot, yes, but
yeah.
given that the game is not perfect, it's usually on faulty mechanics. And I also believe that because we all love to hate the game, right? I believe
Mhm.
that I got pretty famous as well because I'm shitting on the game for pretty good reasons. Not because I'm bad at it, but because it's faulty at a lot of aspects.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Okay, so moving on from streaming, how do you
yeah.
think the release of Destiny 2 will affect Uncharted?
Well, currently Uncharted 4 is almost dead anyways. It's never been like what we call it thriving. Was never been like really good. Maybe in the first 2 months, I don't know. But I feel like Destiny 2 is a game that a lot of Destiny 1 players will get, and a lot of probably Uncharted 4 players would have. They want something to play, right? Because this game is boring. Nobody wants to play it anymore. So a lot of players probably move on to it. Some people will probably stay around as always, but given like modern gaming industry, there's not that many. There's not many companies that actually keep doing good games these days. So it's pretty hard for them, right?
Mm-hmm. In a
That's
competitive
for
scene,
sure.
at least.
Yeah, it's hard to get on. But I feel like Uncharted 4 is probably gonna have a smaller community. But I don't think Destiny is gonna like kill it because they're different games.
All right. Well, you don't think like Destiny 2 will take away a majority of the competitive players that are already on?
I mean, in a competitive sense, I mean, there's like 10
Yeah.
teams on there anyways.
Oh yeah.
If you take away two,
That's true.
that's like the effect that is still dead.
Yeah.
So I
Make it
feel
even.
that's not gonna. It's not really much to discuss about Uncharted future because there is no real
Yeah.
future.
There is none. Okay.
The Lost Legacy
Yeah.
campaign. So
All right. Moving on to the next one. Your competitive history. What was it like playing with Get Positive?
well, the main reason I got into the team was because of Bioshock. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna invite Raptor because fuck beef all we had in the feud past and stuff like that." So like, sure. Essentially, what happened is like originally it was me, Golden Arthur, Matthew Oedy, Bioshock, etc. We did pretty bad from time to time, but me and Matt still like stuck together for most of it. But eventually,
Yeah.
Arbitros came back, Naruto Doom, like Lock On and Nitro,
Mm-hmm.
and we more or less talked about it. We were like, yeah, the best clan would be me, RB, Lock, Nitro, Matt, and eventually Mac. So we were like, yeah, let's make another team. And essentially, Bioshock was out of the picture from that sense. But Bioshock, yeah, he's Bioshock. It's not much more you can say about that. He's a funny guy.
Jeez.
He's a funny guy. Lock On is probably the most like calm one. He's just a very nice, kind person. I really like playing with him. Nitro was probably the expected leader, but yeah, it didn't really work. Communication was off between us because we didn't really have the chemistry down, but we were still pretty good individual players. We still managed to have a 10 win loss ratio, 550 wins and 50 losses, I think we had in our entire run on UMG. So essentially, and Matt and RB, Matt is a nice guy as well. He rages a lot, yes, but given that, he's a nice guy anyways. Arbitros on Naruto Doom. I mean,
Yeah.
he's probably the least dependable person you could have. Like, I remember one time, he was like, post a UMG. We're like, sure, would you be there? He's like, yes. And then we had the match, right? And
Yeah.
we call him
Show
for
up.
like 15 minutes. He's not there, right? So we have to forfeit the match.
Oh man.
And then he comes back like an hour later. He's like, what happened? Like where were you, you dickhead? He told us post a match. I was like, I fell
What the
asleep.
heck?
It's like, I fell asleep is what he did, apparently.
Oh man.
And then he did that more times. He's post a match, and then he doesn't come back. And we lose the match. And essentially, after the clan died, when competitive died, and as a whole, Nitro left the game. Locke had studies. Matt just wanted to play other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like RB has disappeared for like 6 months, right? Nobody knows where he went, but he came back later, and we were still playing like together, like casual games, Sosa, Foos, Cambino, etc. And he just came back, and instead of joining us, he joined another clan or revival clan, TDT, which is Yawlakum, Simple Legend, Silhouette Lights, Monster 1215, and Glaucoma. So RB decided to pretty much just go join the other clan, and at that point we pretty much just stopped playing. It's not much more to say about it, really.
So we have one final question. What do you think it takes to become a competitive player in Uncharted, or just games in general?
I mean, obviously the spirit. If you feel like you're good at the game, you want to prove yourself, you want to play with good players against other good players and the like-minded spirit. Well, try to get friends. Try to go on a competitive website. Try to do games. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, I guess you could try something else. Obviously, the mindset is what takes. A casual player will not be a competitive player. A competitive player will not enjoy casual. So obviously, it's a better way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, streaming is what took over pretty much. Competitive Uncharted, nah. Streaming, yes. It's like, yeah, it's primarily the mindset. But in Uncharted as a whole, getting into it now, competitive, is pointless. Maybe in Uncharted 3, I would have talked more intriguing about it. Like, yeah, just join my clan. Just
Join
get
your
into it.
100 team clan.
Yeah, exactly. We probably have like maybe 400 members throughout its entire lifespan. Ridiculous. I know people call MVP trash, even though we weren't when we play with our like main team, because we got a lot away in tournaments normally. But I mean, I've had a good run competitively, but for now, just streaming, making my own community, trying to build something. regardless how much shit I get, how many people hate me, whatever. How many people want to make YouTube videos when I lose? I don't really care, because my community is still growing and it's still bigger than the haters. So
That is
it's
true.
like I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care really.
All right, well, Raptor, thank you for the interview.
Yeah.
And we're going to post Raptor's YouTube and his Twitch in the description. And we'll see you guys next week.